Geeks all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode for Because We Geek. We encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen. Mortal Kombat. It's your boy Real. Got BJ in the building. Got Cuz. Got BA, man. Y'all already know, man. We talk about all things related to the geek culture involving movies and television. Listen, man, if you guys are into the geek culture, movies and television, of course, do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button, man, as we continue to try to grow the channel. Also, too, if you guys can do us a favor, hit them likes for us tonight. That'd be much appreciated. And also, too, if you guys have any questions or any comments addressing any of the topics that we bring up today, let us know, man, what y'all think in the comments section, man. Won't y'all join us in these conversations? This is what we're here for. We're here to get our geek on, y'all. So go ahead and join us here for these conversations. All right, fellas, we got a good one today, man. We just got through watching The Punisher: One Last Kill. BJ said he hated it more than anything in life. We're gonna get to that here in a little bit. But before we do all that, man, we gotta show love to the merch of the channel, fellas. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, if you're interested in any of the merch of the channel, simply scroll down to the description box. We have links to every last one of them, like the one I have on here, the Masters of the Universe, Because We Geek themed shirt. We got more down in the description box below. So go ahead, scroll on down there and check them out. All right, fellas, let's go ahead and get to the main topic, which is Punisher: One Last Kill. Yeah, we finally made it, fellas. We finally made it to this Marvel Spotlight rendition of The Punisher. Listen, we're going to be talking about this show in all of its spoilery goodness, okay? If you have not seen this yet, which I don't know why you haven't seen it, it's only like 50 minutes long. I want you to go back and watch it, come back on the show, and let us know what you think. But until then. Spoilers. Yes, sir. Listen, you have been warned. All right, you have been warned. We're going to be talking about The Punisher: One Last Kill. This is what we usually do. We usually give our takes on the show or the movie or whatever it is in general. We give our takes, and then we, after a while, we give our overall Kaioken rating off a scale of 1 to 10 of the movie or the show that we watched. BJ, we're going to start with you, man, since you're taking all the notes like you in class, bro. What was your thoughts on The Punisher: One Last Kill?
I thought it was, can you hear me? Yeah. I thought it was excellent action. It was like a very long John Wick extended action scene, but it was confusing in the fact that, so before Daredevil season 1, he by the end of Daredevil season 1, he had already come back as the Punisher. He had put the uniform back on. He had been arrested. He escaped. And he was back out there being the Punisher. In this, it's like he went backwards, and then they came with this whole thing of him struggling with being who he is and then coming back to being the Punisher again. So I was a little confused as to what, like, it didn't seem that advanced the story of the Punisher at all, because he seemed like he ended up right back where he was before. I mean, where we left him, where he was left off with Daredevil season 1. So I didn't understand what the point of this was, besides good action. You know what I'm saying? A lot of killing, all that looked cool. But like I said, I don't think this had, and the fact they brought back Angela from Who's the Boss. Once again, I didn't understand that. She was Ma Nucci. I'm like, first of all, that's offensive because she's not even remotely Hispanic. I mean, remotely Italian. But I was like, I was very confused with all that, because anyway. Yeah, like I said, a lot of action, good killing. I'm sure BA was happy with all the killing, but storytelling wise, I don't think it did anything. I don't think it set up anything for Spider-Man. I don't think it told me anything more about what was going on with him. And from the Daredevil standpoint, it was like he killed a bunch of people. Cool.
I mean, that's what it's
But
supposed to be for, BJ. It's a one-off, just all by itself, standalone. It's what the Marvel spotlights are for.
and was it one last kill? Or was it a lot of last kills? So it looked like he killed a lot.
Yeah, the only thing I was confused about was the name. That's it. I didn't understand the name. I'm thinking like he was going.
That's right.
Something was gonna happen. Yeah, so
he
that's what I was
last killed
on.
a lot of people. I mean, I was
okay. You my last kill. You know what?
Oh wait, this
my
guy
last
just came around the corner. Dang it!
I did say my last kill, but let me just go ahead. You won't be my last kill.
Well, maybe the guy at the end who killed the dog. That was also very John Wickish. You know what I'm saying? He killed
That's what popped in my head.
A pencil. Didn't he kill that one dude with a pencil too? A pen?
A pen. Yep.
So yeah, this is very John Wick coded, as they say.
Oh, didn't he kill Boban with a pencil?
No, he killed the one last dude with the pencil.
It was that last dude on that. Yeah, it was that last dude.
The big tattooed guy.
On that shot. Yeah.
Yeah. The last guy he shot with the gun. He threw a knife.
No. I'm talking about John Wick. I thought you were talking about who did John Wick
kill. John Wick killed. Oh yeah. He killed 3 guys in a bar with a pencil, with a effing pencil as a pencil. What you got, BA, man? I know you was gonna say this is a cinematic masterpiece, and I missed all the nuance and storytelling genius it was. But go ahead.
I had to start with the hatred, BA. You know how
no hate. I said it was good.
Reel them back in, BA. Come on, let's go.
You know, to see Mortal Kombat 2 and then to spin off and see this, it's a lot of killing, man. It's a lot of people dying.
Bodies.
You know what I'm saying? And this is a joyous occasion that we should all be so proud that we bear witness to be 100% honest with you. But when it comes to the MCU, this has absolutely nothing to do with anything other than I think giving people that don't know about the Punisher, instead of watching the series and try to keep like, well, was he in this? Was he in that? Well, I'm not too familiar with Daredevil, whatever the case. So all this does is kind of put all that in one 45-minute clip. This is the Punisher. It's simple as that. He talked about his backstory, how he's dealing with that. Basically has PTSD, look like from the war and from his family, mainly from his family, and how he's coping with it, how he's on the edge of everything. But it also shows you his vigilanteism is, you know, this town that they showed, this area of New York was completely trash. And then by the end of it, it's peachy keen. Like people just walk, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they did a real, like they really wanted to show emphasis on how bad it was, the fact that dogs are dying by the hands of people. In which I'm quite sure Peter will give Marvel a phone call. And then you see the very end of it, was like, yo, he literally cleaned the streets up. Like no idea what it was when it first started. So it shows the positive effect that he can have on the community and other things. So sometimes you do got to go the negative route in order to get justice in a way, and it works. It's proven in the work. Now, how long does it work? That's something totally different. That's not for us to decide at this particular point. But it shows one way, and then you Spider-Man is going to show you a whole nother way. And you see, I guess Daredevil is like in between, in a sense, like he's struggling with that. He doesn't want to go to the dark side in a sense and deal with that and have that on his conscience. You see what it does. It messes with them and things. So I just think like it's just a one shot of who the Punisher is. For those that don't know. For everybody else, it's let me just shine this off. This is who he is. Don't get it twisted. Don't look at anything else. This is the Punisher, and I enjoyed it. I had no significant issues with it, other than the fact that I'm trying to tie in certain things, and I don't think it doesn't need to be tied into nothing. Just one shot and leave it at that. I had to wrap my mind around this is a single thing, and that's it.
That's what I'm scared of, BA. That because it didn't tie in, like what BJ was saying, if it don't tie anything, people gonna kill it. It's like that's what the one shots are. None of the other one shots were tied into anything. It was just his own, singular story or whatever. But what you got, cuz?
Yeah, I think when it comes to the Marvel Spotlight, like this was the definition of the Marvel Spotlight. That one-off great show, no real connection, just a great story to tell. It didn't even. The only story that it wanted to tell and it did was Punisher. Showed that he went through PTSD. Showed because even early on said that like he wanted help and then was willing to end it all. And then basically his daughter, the thought of his daughter saved him. And then he came out on the other side when it was time and showed his true self as far as putting people down and putting evil people down and saving the good folks because that's what he did. He put down a lot. Yeah, he was chopping them up. Only mighty great with Punisher is that he didn't have enough guns as he was going. It's like when you put people down, collect them guns like it's Call of Duty.
I ain't gonna lie. My wife was saying the same thing. Like, get another gun.
Yeah, it was like at least get another gun or at least keep taking. Because he did take one clip when he was leaving like the apartment, but it's like nah, or the staircase. I said, "Nah, man, you need more clips. Like, take the whole gun or take some clips. Like, start stacking up." Because it.
He didn't play.
When
He
was
played
on that
Halo Call of
rooftop.
Duty.
Yeah, exactly. Because when he went on the rooftop, I just knew it's like if that was your plan to get to the rooftop, I would have expected you to at least have like 2 extra clips on you. Like you could have just walked through, just mow people down because he had the one clip in, and then he had his handgun. So I thought he definitely would have had more, but he put in work. It was I enjoyed every bit of it. I had the little girl that thanked him, gave him the little flower, just to show his just him coming back to it. Yeah. So it was great. It was just a fun watch. It really was. It was really just a fun watch. What you got, Real?
Yeah, I was wrong about the little girl. I thought that was gonna be Curtis's daughter, which I think we kind of was. I think I asked y'all. I said, "Yeah, I think Curtis is a lot." Well, now that we know he's a kind of a figment of his imagination, do you think Curtis is dead? Because he didn't die in the. You think so?
Well, I don't know.
Die. He didn't die in the show.
Nobody.
Well, I was gonna say,
he didn't get killed at all, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was gonna say the reason it might not be a thing because the whole thing with Karen, I think that was on. They threw her in there to try and tie it. Because are you real? Are you really here?
Yeah.
I'm here. Okay. I'm always here.
Yeah, so that makes sense. I was thinking like, bro, damn, does that mean Curtis dead? But he didn't die or anything. Like it was like no hints of him dying in the series or whatever. So now that you say that, BJ, that do make sense or whatever because she's not dead and he had imagined her being there. So yeah, that makes sense. So in the comic, man, Ma is somebody that he ended up, I think was part of the what's the name of that line, BJ? The adult version of Marvel Comics. Is it Marvel Max? I think it's called Marvel Max.
I know they said there's a new one. There's supposed to be a new series, a set of adult, not like but adult Marvel stuff. I heard of that today.
Yeah, I heard about that too. But no, it's one that was out for years or whatever. I think it's Marvel Max. But they had a story where Ma she sent some people out after Frank Castle. Of course, he did like he did in the show, mowed him down. And then he ended up getting back to her, which is what I thought was going to end up happening in the show. I thought they were going to show at the end or something like he going to go after her, you know what I'm saying? But she drove out, she got a wheelchair to the car and they went off or whatever. And so, but yeah, like I said, I'm with y'all though, man. I like this. I like the one shot. It felt very much like the Netflix show. It felt a little bit like some John Wick because he was out here headshots everywhere, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, I'm not worried about the fact that it didn't connect or anything. Would it have been cool if it connected to stuff? Yes. Am I like mad about it? No. You know what I'm saying? We got to see Punisher within the MCU now. So that's why I kind of was expecting or whatever. So like I said, I just hope that people don't kind of take it overboard like what you were saying, BJ, like, because it didn't connect, it's trash now. It's like y'all seen the multiple one-shot Marvel stuff. Y'all never got mad about those connecting. Now this one has to connect. You know what I'm saying? And they never said that it's gonna connect to anything. You know what I'm saying? So other than the very last episode of Daredevil was gonna come right after the last episode of Daredevil. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So but now we can say BJ.
First of all, I did not call it trash. I just didn't connect it.
You called it super trash.
No, the other thing too.
No. What I was saying was, I'm saying people going, you know how people are online, bro, because it didn't connect. Oh my God, it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's like, bro, why can't you just enjoy it for what it was? You know what I'm saying?
But and that goes to me though. Did Marvel kind of hype it up to be like, okay, we're gonna finish Daredevil, and then you're gonna see this, and it's gonna be the next thing, and then it's gonna set up Spider-Man? Because I kept hearing that, and then like, once again, I don't know if that was because Marvel hyped it up or because content creators was hyping it up to be a bridge between the two. But it did kind of set expectations.
Because of where it landed. Like it's right after Daredevil, and then we know Punisher's gonna be in Spider-Man. So that kind of like everybody's mind was like, oh my God, this is
a month and a half. A month and a half, we're gonna be looking at Spider-Man. So it's like, oh yeah,
yeah,
2 months. But the other thing I was gonna say is, we started off with the old man where they killed his dog, and then at the end, like he's like, oh, that's my cap, and then he took the head back. That's not all he took. Then he's like, oh, and I'm like, when he looked back at the old man, he's like, yeah. It's like he was like,
oh man, look like you gonna do it.
He was like,
you gonna do it? Don't worry about it.
You gone?
I gotta rotate the shoulder.
Don't now, Devil Dog.
Kill that man,
bro.
Get it done, Devil Dog.
That dude was finna hit that couple with the bat.
He was,
for
man.
no reason. I'm like, bro, what in the world? Yeah, put him down, man. Put him down. It's dude wild.
Nah, that's the only choice he have is to put him down.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, that dude really finna hit them for. I thought he was gonna hit him. Until, like I said, Punch knocked him out the way with him. I'm like, bro, they it's wilding right now. Yeah, put him down, Punch. He tripping. Yeah. Killed that dude dog for no reason. Took his hat or whatever. Matter of fact, they punched, they sucker punched him or whatever, knocked him down. Then took his hat, then killed his dog or whatever. So I'm just like, yo, you got to do something, bro.
And that was a USMC hat, if y'all ain't noticed.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I said. That Devil Dog. Like, yep. Get him. Go ahead, take care of him.
Can we mess with Semper Fi, not around him? You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say he's Semper Fi, bro. He who was that? Who was that one dude named the bomber on what was the episode? No, season 1 of Punisher. He kind of played up on that because he was in the army and all that stuff too at one point. So yeah, he look out for him, man. But all right, fellas, what's y'all's? Let's get to y'all's Kaioken rating. What you give this, cuz? Scale of 1 to 10. Kaioken scale 1 to 10. What you give it?
9.2. It's definitely going to be rewatched.
Oh, okay. And you can rewatch this too. It's only 50 minutes long. You right?
Exactly.
You right. What you got, BJ?
From an action standpoint, I would give it a 9. Like I said, it was excellent. Like I said, it's one of the best action sequences we've seen. So I'll give it a 9 on that alone. We ain't gonna talk about storytelling. We're just gonna give it a 9 on action.
The action was the story.
What you got, BA?
This is about to get straightforward first. I'm gonna tell you why.
Ooh,
I didn't like the way it opened up, and homeboy, you said he got punched. No, he got kicked in his face.
Got kicked in the head, yeah.
And then the dog went by, and then he went to the I guess the main black, with the family and the at the place or whatever. Yeah, and then he started to terrorize them. I said, yo, it's like goddamn racist to me. That's what it looked like. So I had to regain my composure because I was like, I don't like the way this is going at all. But they righted the ship, and then he got his at the end. So I'm okay now. But that kick, boy, that took me back. I wasn't feeling that. But I guess because he got his at the end, and like Big J said, and Will finished. The action is the story, so we're gonna stay with that thread. The action is the story. I'm definitely going to give it I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I'm gonna tell you why it's an 8.5. I really wanted them to do a one shot in this thing, like maybe look, a continuous flow of action, similar to Black Panther in the casino scene or something like that. Maybe some more first person. It was. I think they could have went.
I'm with you, Big. I thought that what that was going to be. I thought I was kind of picturing like Dread or the Raid. That's what I kind of thought when he was in that setting. I was like, oh, it's going to be like the Raid.
Yeah,
the Raid is the Chris Hemsworth, right?
Well, no, it's took liberties from the raid. You talking about extraction, like extraction?
Yeah,
Yes,
extraction. Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
Yeah, so
yes.
I had to take your points off because I think that would have been that would have took what I just saw to a whole nother level.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you're right.
So
Mhm.
yeah, but it was good. It was you can sit down with some brewskis and watch this about 2-3 times because like I said, it is short. It gets to the point, and you can go back and make sure that you've seen every death scene because you probably missed a few of them. Just blink your eyes and you be like, oh, damn, I ain't see him. He got hit too. So it's definitely good on that front. But like I said, I think it could have been done a lot better to make it pretty much epic. It's not epic. It's good, but it's not epic.
Bro, that's one thing that I'm surprised Big J didn't talk about. I don't know if maybe I didn't go through this, but my wife looked it up and some people online were complaining about it. Do y'all have any issues with the sound?
No, I watched it with headphones on, so no.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Oh, okay.
No, I didn't have an issue with the sound. I did see people say that it was disordered or something.
I turned it all the way up to like 30 something, bro, and it still felt like low. And the only thing you can really hear clear was like the gunshots and the yelling and like something banging up against, you know what I mean? Like it was something like that. Yeah. But as far as the voices and all that, it felt real low. You couldn't hear it. Like I said, I turned the TV all the way up. I thought it was just me at first, but my wife looked it up and she was like, "No, everybody else is online right now complaining about it too." And I was like, "Okay, so it ain't just me."
Hold on, Big J, did you watch it with caption on? You didn't?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess maybe early on, because I didn't. I had to put caption on. I didn't catch some of what they were saying, so I guess it would have been a little bit of that. But once it got going, like I was good at that point. Was it?
I watched it on my phone. I didn't necessarily hear I didn't hear any issues on my phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because I thought it was just me at first. Like I said, she looked it up. And somebody else said in the comments, like, "Oh, I thought it was just me. Like, something wrong with the sound or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, I turned it up to like 32 or 33 or whatever it was."
Yeah.
Which I'm scared if I turn my TV back on now, it's gonna be blaring. But
you didn't turn it back down.
I forgot. I came right as soon as it got done. I came upstairs. But yeah, man,
I had to meet that thing.
Yeah, bro. But other than that, it was good. It was good. I had no issues with it. Like I said, man, it was still pretty good in my opinion, man. I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9. It was one of them cases where I kind of wish Ma had got what she deserved at the end, which technically I guess you can say she didn't deserve it. She was just kind of like seeking revenge on what you did to my family. I guess I don't know. I'm just saying.
Are we being a bit short sighted? Like, suppose she pops up in the Spider-Man. Like there's nothing. I mean, I guess film credits are out now, so you know who's in it, who's not. But if there's a reference or something like that, I'm quite sure something from this is going to be in Spider-Man. We got something from Daredevil. It was something from Daredevil in this thing, so I'm quite sure something from this is going to be in Spider-Man. We haven't seen Spider-Man, so we don't know yet.
Here's the thing, though. It wasn't. Okay, so didn't they say that he killed her family because they killed his family? So she don't have no comeback revenge. It's not. No, you killed my family. I got even by killing your family. So there's no. You don't get to come back and try and kill me again and kill everybody I know because I killed your family because you already got me first. You know what I mean?
I mean, she tried though. That's what I'm saying. She already tried. That's what she was doing in this short.
They her car should have blew up or something on the way out, but that dude put in the car.
That's what I was saying. It's like I thought at the end, once he went back to the site where his family was, I thought he was gonna they were gonna show him at the end like going after her or whatever because he picked the key up and everything, the key that locked that little door where his weapons were. I thought he was gonna go had the key. I thought they were gonna cut to him getting ready to go after her. But we saw what happened at the end or whatever. So that's why I was like, so is he not going after her or how does that work? Because like I said in the comic, he actually killed her. And he did her dirt in the comic. So, but yeah, I was just wondering that, bro. I was just wondering. I still get a 9 though. I still give it a 9. Can't be killing Angela for Who's the Boss, BJ.
Man, I was gonna say he showed her who's the boss. That's what he did in the comics. Huh?
He definitely showed her. He definitely showed her who's the boss in the comic. Well, sure.
So you do know? I don't know. I think I sent y'all that article that kind of threw me off because they were like the Punisher's going to introduce the MCU's Falcon. Was that Carmine Falcone. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, but they were like, then they were like, oh, she's
Read
the
that again. I
equivalent.
said, what now?
Yeah, because I'm like, the MCU's Falcon. I mean, yeah. I was like, wait. They were like, oh no. It was the equivalent. I'm like,
So yeah, do
Yeah.
better with your words.
Exactly.
because
Words mean things.
I was like, Falcone has a very extensive history in DC, so it's
In
not.
DC. Oh yeah.
So no, I would not put that all in the same, name. But hey, what do I know?
All right, fellas. Let's go ahead and turn the page, man, and get into these quick hits. BJ, how you pronounce his name?
Sinqua?
Sinqua? Okay. Sinqua Walls has officially been cast in Man of Tomorrow. So a lot of people are speculating that he could be Steel. But this is what a lot of people are leaning towards right here. So they are speculating that he could be the character in James Gunn's Man of Tomorrow film, might be Amazing Man, one of the Golden Age heroes from the mural that Gunn posted. And it sounds more realistic. And check this out. So Maxima and Amazing Man will be very close and might have a thing going on in Gunn's Man of Tomorrow movie. What you think about this one, BA? Uh-oh, muted.
Me again. If he's anything like he was in what is it, Power, he's a good side character. You know, he can play his role. Doesn't do too much to stand. You know, he can give way of the main character. He can play his part. So I can see him in that kind of a role. It fits, but I don't expect him being no lead or anything like that, or anything close to it. You know, maybe somebody that can die at the end of the day, because that's what he did in Power. But yeah, just nothing too serious. But it's good though. It's just good that the fact that I can see his face, like okay, I know of him, and hopefully he does a good job. Hopefully he does a good enough job where he doesn't die, and maybe have some kind of spinoff or something like that. That's what we all hope for. But this is not his movie. This is Lex Luthor's movie. This is Superman's movie. This is Brainiac's movie. So hopefully he can get some secondary action. But there's only going to be one Mr. Terrific in this franchise. So I'm not expecting that from him. But just something to say like, oh, okay, cool. All right, yeah, he did all right. He ain't die. Fingers crossed. Keep it moving. That's kind of how I feel.
So who you think he'll be? You think he'll be Amazing Man, or do you think he'll be Steel?
The way you presented it, I think Amazing Man would work. That was a great intro on your part. Steel, it's just I got a problem with Steel, man. It just gives me too many John Henry vibes, and I can't stand that story. I can't stand the folklore behind it. I hate it. So it's just not my thing. So it's like a super version of that. I can't stand it. So I hope they don't go that route because I hate to see that on screen. That's just personal.
What you got, cuz?
So is this leading to a TV show for the Terrific Amazing or Amazing Terrific? Be a black show. Yeah, Amazingly Terrific. I like it. I was hoping for Martian Manhunter, but I'll be okay with it. With Mr.
Now
Amazing.
this ain't concrete. This is also a rumor. That's what I was saying. Like, who do you think he could be? You think he'll be Steel? Think he'll be Martian Manhunter? Do you want him to be? You want him to be Martian Manhunter?
So
you want
yeah, my number one spot would be Martian Manhunter. Two, I'm okay with would be Amazing, and then Steel would be at the bottom of the list. I don't have as much hate towards it like BA for Steel, but it's at the bottom of my list. But yeah, I would want it to be Martian Manhunter, Amazing, and then Steel. What you got, Big J?
The Amazing Man, I don't know. That's what the Power said. He's kind of like Absorbing Man, so he seems kind of derivative. And then because he originated in the 80s, so I think Absorbing Man is already in existence. So it's another one of those, well, y'all, where they copied off each other sort of situation.
Copy off each other. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think Absorber Man might have came out first.
I
If I had
believe
to
so.
guess. Yeah, I think he did.
Because remember, Absorbing Man is the guy. But he's Crusher Creel, the guy, doesn't it? The guy that fought Battling Jack, the Devil of Hell's Kitchen. Because he was a boxer before he went to
Is that the
prison.
same person?
He was a boxer before.
Oh,
He was a heavyweight boxer before he went to prison.
Oh, you just taught me something. I didn't know that. I just knew he was a enemy of the Hulk.
But
Some-
so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think he's been around because if that's the same dude, which I believe he is, then yeah, he's been around since Daredevil's invented. But like I said, and the only reason when you first mentioned him being a Steel, because didn't they just introduce Absolute Steel I think a few weeks ago?
Yeah, because he was in the comic he was in his Absolute Superman comic run. They fought King Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So maybe maybe hinting to something. Well, we shall see. But how you gonna have Amazing Man and Mr. Terrific? We can't have two black guys with similar. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be something else.
Yeah. I want him to be Steel, but now that I'm thinking about it, these little kind of clue everybody kind of threw out there, the fact that Amazing Man was one of the heroes on that mural in Superman, it do seem like it's more in that route, especially too with Maxima being in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because like she's looking for a patrol, so she might find interest in him if Superman is not interested. You know what I'm saying? So I could probably see something like that.
But I thought all those heroes in the mural was from the past.
From the Golden Age.
Yeah, so I'm saying I don't think those guys are still necessarily active.
See and that's what I was thinking too, Big J. Like you said, they are supposedly from the Golden Age. I don't know if Amazing Man ages differently or whatever, or what the case is, but which is why I was kind of leaning more towards Steel. Because there's another character we're about to talk about here in a little bit, but that's why I was kind of leaning more towards Steel. But this kind of does make sense too with this, which right now they're keeping everything tight-lipped with these people that they just signed as far as what their characters are. You know what I'm saying? So got a lot of people guessing and stuff like that. And what this story doesn't take huge liberties from one singular story. It's like pieces of different stories to make this one story. So it's kind of hard to tell what this person could be. You know what I mean? So that also leads to this right here. So there's another room. I think we talked about it last week. Y'all remember Matthew Lillard has been listed on Letterboxd as Agent Faraday. He's part of Checkmate. So that makes sense if that's the case. That makes a whole lot. When I saw this news, I said, yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. I could definitely see him like an Agent Faraday type of person, bro. For this universe. So that's perfect. That's a perfect cast, and if that's the case, I'm willing to put your hot toys on this one, BJ. I think that is his character in this movie. Because like I think we talked about it before, after Peacemaker, I think we talked about, they said that Checkmate is going to be a big part of the DCU moving forward and all that stuff. So why not have one of the main cogs of Checkmate in Agent Faraday be in this movie or whatever? So you get somebody like a Matthew Lillard, man, established actor, and then bam, you know what I'm saying? I can see him as that.
But Checkmate, isn't that was the name of the agency that they formed to kind of combat against Argus, right? So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like I said, we'll see how they use them here in the movie or whatever. But like I said, I think we saw Peacemaker, Checkmate, and of course Superman. All that will be like crossing over in this movie. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense because now we're starting to get a more broader look at the DCU as a whole. Like I said, when you start going into like guys like Agent Faraday and stuff like that, we're really getting a broad look at this whole universe as a whole. But what you think, though, cuz?
I don't know much about this agent, but just as from what it seems like, yeah, it would be the perfect setup for him. Because the new wouldn't be like a anything like Brainiac style or like a supervillain or a superhero. Yeah. It just wouldn't fit his style. But this agent, it definitely seems to have his lane essentially. Yeah. What you got?
But I know there's people online were talking about he could be Plastic Man and all that. Said no, he's not gonna be Plastic Man.
No,
I don't see that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, he wouldn't be a superhero or a supervillain. That wouldn't fit his line.
What you got, BJ?
No, like I said, I don't know. I still couldn't call it. Like I saw, because I see what they're saying, but once again, and I think they're just doing that because of Mr. Charles. I'm saying, oh, he could be that agent because he just played Mr. Charles. I don't think that. Then that's why I wouldn't think he would be, because you don't cast somebody to play the same thing in both. You know what I'm saying? A CIA or a secret agent type person in both universes. That'd be kind of weird.
I don't know, BJ, because it's not like a lot of people, not like a general audience of people watched Daredevil to know, like, oh, well, he was an agent in that show. Why is he agent in the movie? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I don't think that's really a big deal or anything.
Also, I don't know. I just think that James Gunn would be more original in his casting. I don't think he would look at, because I guarantee he's seen Daredevil. I don't think he'd be like, you know what, you played that good. You was good playing that agent for the CIA. You should come play an agent for me. You know what I mean? I don't think to me, I don't think he'd do that.
Was he really an agent though in Daredevil?
Yes, he was. He reported to Val.
I mean,
he was reporting to Val and running missions in Asia and Africa.
Because Agent Faraday is completely different from that character though. There's a lot of stories in the comics, man, that Agent Faraday is attached to. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, go back and watch Justice League New Frontier. That's one you can watch. You kind of get an idea of Agent Faraday in there. But yeah, what you think, BA?
I was kind of feeling the same way Big J was feeling. So he just is he rounding up talent in multiple universes? Like what is he doing? So yeah, you got to sell me a little bit more on this particular character, because it's just like he's playing the person that's behind the scenes making things move, kind of a thing. So if that's the MO, then yeah, it's very similar. So if he's not doing that, then yeah, we'll I guess just go with a whole different character. I think you should just go with a whole different character. He's a wheeler, he's a shaker, he's moving things around. That's kind of the vibe that I get. So he's definitely doing that in Marvel. So I guess it's just only a matter of time. Like I don't want to see him doing something similar in DC, in my opinion.
Only difference is one is a bad guy, one's a good guy. Like I said, I'm trying to give y'all some examples which I can go read to find out about Agent Faraday. He is a big part of DC, especially in the golden age of DC. But yeah, like I said, for me, I like if that's the casting, I think it's perfect, man. Because he can kind of play that kind of cool guy we saw there in Daredevil or whatever. But like I said, him being attached to Checkmate, it makes sense because Checkmate's supposed to be in the movie and all that type of stuff. So you kind of starting to build and starting to put a face on Checkmate. We're starting to see that now, especially now in the cinematic side instead of the TV side. Now you're gonna have a cinematic side, because once he's there, then that means you're gonna start having a more established Checkmate. Because right now, well, for what we saw last time we saw Checkmate, they weren't really established yet. They had just started. So now with the guys like that, you're gonna finally be more established and stuff like that. You are gonna be strong enough to combat against Argus. You know what I'm saying? Which is what they're trying to do. So, and giving him a chance to kind of be on the good guy side this time, man. I think I like it, man. I like it. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got for next. So check this out, man. Matthew Shankman reportedly won't return to direct the Fantastic Four sequel. I'm trying to think he's doing something else.
They said he's supposed to be going to do. He was supposed to be directing another franchise.
I'm blanking.
I just saw it.
I'm blanking. Did we talk about it?
No, because I just saw it that he was supposed to go. I forgot the name. Planet Apes. He's going to do Planet Apes.
Thank you. That's what it is.
Oh, that's his movie?
Yeah, he's taking over Planet Apes. So that's why.
We need to talk about that.
I knew something and also too, they're rebooting it.
That's where I got feelings.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought we was gonna lead to the point where they started kind of get to where Charlton Heston's character finally landed. That's what I was
Exactly.
waiting on. That's what I was waiting on. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Why don't
And the
you
fact
like
that
you were 3 movies away? You were
really
3 movies away.
like
It was right
two want to
there.
count. If you want to count the Kingdom of the Planet, which I thought they should
Yeah.
have. What they should have did is have it to where they're working towards building more of a updated society, kind of like how it was in the
Yes.
old movies or whatever. That's what I thought they were gonna do,
Yes.
but
So
they didn't
yeah,
go that
I
route.
give you that 2 movies. We're 2
Yeah,
movies
after
away.
this movie would have been 2 more movies. Yeah, then you would have been in that direction.
Oh
So,
man.
but yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see his idea for it though. But what you got, BA?
I guess rest in peace the former Planet of the Apes franchise. The reaction that was just given. I'm not a huge fan of Planet of the Apes, so I'm gonna let y'all have that. I'm not gonna rain on y'all parade.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't think his portrayal of the Fantastic Four was that memorable enough ways though I need to see him like do a trilogy from it. You know what I mean? I really feel like they can go in a whole different direction and still sell the movie and still like, do a very, very good job. He did do a good job with certain skill sets of, especially Invisible Woman and things. But like I said, they took away all the funny scenes from Johnny Storm. Like Johnny Storm was barely cracking jokes in this joint. That's kind of his shtick. That's kind of what he does in a sense, right? Like it's Spider-Man without cracking jokes. Like what is this? It's like the dude from Avatar and not cracking jokes. Like some guys just are good for certain things. So I think some of the personal relationships when it came to the original Fantastic Four wasn't necessarily showcased in his rendition. So I can go with somebody else and maybe they focus on certain other things. As well as deliver a good movie. I think that's still within this realm of a possibility. So yeah, I'm not stuck on it whatsoever.
What you got, Cuz?
Yeah, I agree with BA. It's not a detrimental thing. It was a good movie, like worth watching. But you said you need a director that can take it to the next level. So I think that's why they're open to it. It's like, oh, you finna go do these other movies? It's fine. It's fine. We won't stop you. So be able to find another director. But Planet of the Apes stuff. But you got picture. I'm with you, I got feelings.
Well, no, like I said, so to me, I think the biggest thing with Fantastic Four is I think what they established was the production design of that world. The creating the retro futuristic, and that wasn't him. That was a Kazra Farhani, who also did Loki, and they're sticking around with Marvel as far as because they're also working on Doomsday right now. Or they did Doomsday, and I'm sure they will do some stuff with Secret Wars. So as long as you have that aesthetic down and you can kind of bring that into the new whatever the new universe is going to be once everything is settled, I think it's okay. I think that Marvel, because he also remember Matt Shackman also did WandaVision too. That was his first foray into Marvel, as far as I remember, and then he went from WandaVision because it was so well received, and he got Fantastic Four, especially because he did good with period stuff. The 50s and the 60s and the 70s, and so. But like I said, if we're not telling that story, then we don't necessarily need him for that part, to do that part. And plus, as much as I liked the movie, and I think it was good as far as like I said, aesthetically, it was a beautiful movie. But story was okay. I think that they could have done better with it, and I think that's the thing they're gonna once they kind of reboot it, going into the new. Once they reset it, I think they're gonna kind of reboot the Fantastic Four anyway, as they bring them into the current MCU and bring them into the 616.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think what he did though on Fantastic Four is what kind of drew the eyes for Planet of the Apes or whatever. So they gotta give props on that. I liked Fantastic Four. I really did.
I did.
Yeah. Oh, I know you did. No, I would say yeah. No, I liked it. Whatever. I'm with y'all. I'm not like it's not like oh my god, I don't want to watch the next one because he's not directing it or anything. That's no disrespect to him. Like he did. I think he did do a very good job. I've seen Fantastic Four man about 10 times now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think he did a good job. It's just I mean, it is what it is. Like Big J said, he's not going to be the first director that didn't direct all three of the movies in a trilogy or whatever, right? I know people kind of think, oh, because the guy who directed the Spider-Man trilogy here for the MCU, he did all three of them. Oh my God, we got to keep him on. They took him, basically took him off, and now you got Dustin doing the fourth one, right? So there were three different directors for Thor. You know what I'm saying? So three different directors for? No, it was two directors because they had the Russo brothers did Winter Soldier and Civil War for Captain America, but then you had three different directors for you had two directors. You had Favreau and Shane Black for Iron Man. So yeah, like I said, you don't have to necessarily have this person do all three movies. You know what I'm saying? So and plus that also does kind of give a different take and keeps things fresh too. So
yeah.
All right, y'all. Let's see what we got up for next, man. Speaking of which, man, we saw this show. Daredevil Born Again season 3 will take place 1 year after season 2. So your boy gonna be in jail for a year, y'all. What you think about this, and Big J?
I mean,
so this means Spider-Man not breaking him out.
Well, so once again, because we've all seen Spider-Man in jail in the trailer in the prison fighting the Hand, which would lead you to believe that he was there to either protect Daredevil, and I guarantee he's gonna recognize it. Hey, wait, isn't that my very good lawyer? You know what I mean? So
what you doing here? You didn't have a good lawyer.
I'm sorry. So that's the thing is, at some point we're gonna have to see. There has to be a crossover somewhere. Like I said, when you've got Spider-Man with the Hand, we know Daredevil fought the Hand in the Netflix series, and now the Hand shows up again in Spider-Man's movie. Spider-Man's gonna be in jail where Daredevil's in jail. I mean, it would be weird if there was no crossover. Now, the only weird thing is going to be if he's in prison and this doesn't take place until after Doomsday and Secret Wars, because like we talked about before, Spider-Man happens and then Doomsday is going to happen before season 3 happens. So what is that supposed to mean? If this is going to take place after Secret Wars.
Hold on, say that again.
So we had season 2. Season 2 ended with Matt in jail. And this will be happening a year after. But Spider-Man's about to take place. Then we're going to get Doomsday. And then we're going to get Secret Wars. And then is Daredevil going to be after Secret Wars? Or is it going to be between? Because if it's between, it it would have to be in Battle World, which makes no sense. Once again, he'd have to still be in jail in Battle World if we're going to end up in Battle World between Doomsday and Secret Wars. So unless they're going to push Daredevil season 3 until after Secret Wars comes out.
Which they not. They already said they're releasing it next March.
So like I said, that's kind of weird to me. You know, like how are you going to explain that?
Yeah, that's a question I asked before. Because now I'm trying to think, man. Maybe Spider-Man's protecting him in jail, but he stays in jail.
Yeah, that's something I can think of. Matt tells him no.
But so are we not doing the time? So that's good. Are we not doing the time jump?
But he gonna still do the time jump. He gonna still be in jail, right? But this is he's gonna protect them. The Hand gonna try to kill him while he's in jail. He's protecting him, fight the Hand off or whatever. But Matt's gonna continue to stay in jail. Like, no, I'm not gonna leave. I gotta serve my time. Blah blah blah. Whatever. And then we add whatever. Yeah. Then at whatever that happens in that will lead to Daredevil season 3 or whatever. That's what I'm guessing. Because he's in jail for Daredevil, and you saying that happens afterwards. Ain't no way in the world he's finna break him out. And then get back in for a whole another year or whatever. You know what I mean?
Because it makes sense because you already have Spider-Man with a time jump since No Way Home. So you're dealing with time jumps already.
Yeah, what's that time jump? What's that time? Oh, it's 4 years.
It's supposed to be 4 years. So
but that could have happened in between the 4 years, or it could have happened within that 4 years. So that would that's already been solved. That could be solved.
Yeah.
But here's the question. But if Spider-Man leads directly into Doomsday, so let's say the post-credit scene from Spider-Man is Doomsday, then where does season 3 fall into this? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
No. Remember, that's the question I asked. It don't make any sense. Like you said, you can't be Daredevil doing all this stuff in the middle of Secret Wars. It's not going to make any sense. That means that you're on Battle World before the actual Secret War movie. You're on Battle World and all this stuff is happening. But we didn't hear any type of connection to Battle World or Secret Wars or anything for season 3 of Daredevil. So I'm with you. This is gonna be interesting how they tell this because I'm guaranteeing you, Big J, we're not the only ones asking this question. You
I'm sure.
know, people online are gonna be asking this question, and I'm hoping.
Correct.
Now, remember this too. Supposedly, remember Winterbomb and
Feige.
yeah, Feige. Remember they sat down to try to make sure the story was, it was weaving together and all that type of stuff. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm hoping, bro. They figured that out because, like you said, they're going to ask that question because of where it falls in the timeline. Saying real life where it falls in the timeline, not in the actual MCU, but well, yeah, it actual MCU. Because like you said, it's supposed to happen within a year, and it's supposed to happen before leading into Spider-Man. So it's like, so where does that fall in for season 3? So no, I guess it's great question. We're gonna find out though. Here we got what? Let's you said 2 months.
Yeah.
See, we got about 2 months left. So yeah, we almost to the movie. But you got any thoughts, BA?
I was just thinking like maybe it just takes brief narration saying like these are the events that led up into what's happening now, and then you can just start from there. Ant-Man already set the precedent of it. Like you don't necessarily need to have it right after or have it make it a straight continuation. Just
That's
tell
what I
the
was
story,
thinking too.
and say, uh, things started to shake or rumble. The screen go black. Boom. Okay, now you know that you're in Secret World. Like Secret World is coming. This is like after Doomsday. Maybe. So I mean, it won't take much. I think that's what they're going to do more so. I think it's going to be after Doomsday. But I don't think the world is changing right then and there when Doomsday. Like it's going to be like the beginnings of everything, so they can kind of keep up with that timeline in a sense, or whatever, or right before it. I don't think that they need that much continuity when it comes to season 3. Season 4, yes, season four needs to be a lot different. Than what we're going on right there. You can't sugarcoat season 4. Season 4 needs to be after all this what's happening and all this other stuff. So yeah, they can't play with season 4. Season 3, they can add certain, 1 or 2 scenes, and it can catch you up to wherever they need you to be towards the end of the season.
Okay. Cause you got anything you want to add?
Nah, it's going to be a little funky. So yeah, it's going to be some narration and some quick camera work essentially to be able to clean it up. Well, not necessarily clean it up, but to help smooth it out, I should say. Because you have the time jumps that you're dealing with, so it'll take some creativity for them to be able to get it done. But you got picture.
I'm gonna say, is this gonna be somehow Palpatine returns type situation?
No.
I mean, I'm not gonna go that crazy with it, but
no.
Like BA said, it's just really gonna be about you gotta be creative with it and kind of link it up or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they both had their talks. I think there's a reason why they both been having conversations and stuff and trying to make sure everything lined up right. I think they're doing that for a reason because of the question you're asking, BJ. Since what I'm hoping. Like I said, yeah, guarantee we're not the only ones going to ask that question. Everybody, mom online, they're about to start asking them questions, man. So we'll see, man. All right, fellas. Last but not least, check this out, y'all. Get over here. Mortal Kombat 2 has made back 80% of its $80 million budget in just 48 hours. No Nick Nolte. The biggest opening weekend for a Mortal Kombat movie ever. Man, listen. BA, man, what you think about this Mortal Kombat movie, man?
It shows you what happened where, you can take different iterations of different stuff, but stay true to the comics or the source material as much as possible. And then you'll see it. People will come out and watch it. They'll watch it. I ain't trying to sound like Field of Dreams, but you know the saying. You feel me? Like that's just what it is. And when we have this particular movie, Mortal Kombat 2. Wait, are we don't? We didn't do the spoiler thing. I don't know how much I can.
Hold on. Let's go
All
ahead and
right.
give him a warning. Hey man, BA said if you ain't seen the movie by now, you have to start spoiling it. So listen, if y'all haven't seen Mortal Kombat, you might want to skip ahead here or kind of pause it and then skip ahead. But yeah, we're about to talk about this, man. I definitely want to talk about this. But go ahead, BA, what you got, man?
No problem.
Spoilers,
yeah. So, I like how they fact that they put in Katana. So we kind of got like her perspective of things. So it was you seen Katana take her lane, and they still showed Johnny Cage in his lane in a sense. So you had two protagonists in the situation,
Right.
and we was following along with them, and it was source material type of reflections here. It wasn't no made up character. Matter of fact, they killed off. He can
I
still
knew you
come
going.
back with the
I thought about you, BA, when that
killed
happened.
his
Oh,
ass
BA
off.
happy, boy. I know he was happy.
And the way he died was great. It was great.
Man.
It's like they heard all the rumors, they heard everything they were saying, and they say, you know what, you guys are right, and I'm gonna emphatically show you how right you guys were. And he got smashed, bro, like with a big mallet, smashed. So that was great. A lot of the kill scenes was great. A lot of the fighting, I think when you suspend belief and just say that Johnny Cage was the chosen one and he was a child prodigy, essentially. So it was like, and they just said you can't, once the gods choose you, there's no way to avoid. Like you're going to fight. That helped me with the, all right, this dude is still like 50 years old. Like what is he doing out here, in a sense, right? But he started to get some of the skills back and things like that. And then the Mortal Kombat inner chi-ness took over, and then he became like full out down there Johnny Cage, So that was cool too. Like I said, it wasn't too far fetched. Jay played well. Jax, I was just mad that he had a he ended the way he ended. That wasn't the best. But it could have been worse. So that was cool. Sonya played his part. Liu Kang. The fact that he realized, like, this is not my battle, and then he kind of just went into this fiery Phoenix formation thing, like, okay, like we really nailing a lot of stuff. And the fact that you had they did a real good job of explaining the nether realms, with the scorpion and all this other stuff. Like it wasn't like it was easy to follow along, and sometimes when you stick too close to the source material, especially in our genre and in geek culture that we in, you can lose the average person very quickly. You know what I'm saying? You say one or two, Filoni, that's my guy, but he can go way too far in lore, and he will lose you on that journey in a sense. So they didn't do that. They kept it real simple. We gotta destroy this pendant that's down here in the nether realms. So we got people down there, and we still gotta fight the battle that's on Earth or whatever they was fighting at. Cool. Yeah. Very simple to understand. and it worked. It worked at the same time, but it still ended up working. And you really found yourself rooting against Shao Kahn, which showed you how great Shao Kahn is. He was a very, very good villain. Now, you know what I'm saying? So he ain't no Thrag, but he's a very, very, very good villain. And we've been blessed to see a lot of good villains as of late. So he definitely puts himself up there. Well done on his part. I was really like, he's really effing these dudes up. You know what I'm saying? From the very beginning. He was up. You feel me? So like I said, I'm gonna let you guys get in pause, but they did a really good job of slowing things down, keeping the comedic edge, especially when they brought back Kano. The comedic timing was good. It seemed like every serious scene was followed up by I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit. I'm gonna lighten it up. I'm gonna hit you hard, and I'm gonna lighten it up in a sense. And like I said, they kept going back and forth with that. Very well done. Can't wait to see MK3. Totally much better than the
The
first
first
one.
one.
The
Facts.
only thing that was missing was, I guess, the freezing atmosphere of it all. There was no sub-zero ness in this thing. I was like, that's my favorite character. That's why I got a little, you know what I'm saying? But besides that, if I could put that aside, very good movie. It's easy to follow. Street Fighter ain't got issue on this. It's already over.
Nah.
It's already
No.
yeah,
over.
it's
That's
already
right.
failed.
What you got, cuz?
Yeah, I don't see how Street Fighter going to be able to match this. It was a fun movie. It's funny. BA said that it was slow. To me, it went fast. Like it was just so much happening, action. Like it was
Once
action.
it got to the action, it started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like baby, it was just rolling through. It's like, oh,
So
okay,
when I
okay,
say
we in it
slow,
now.
it's like, when they had to go down to the other realms, you kind of saw that.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, all right, next scene we here. Okay, now
No,
it's like, no, you saw the transition. They met Scorpion,
yeah.
and then he gave him this fantasy dream world, and then how it
Mhm.
slowly deteriorated and stuff. That's what I meant. They kind
Yeah.
of walked you through that. That's all I meant.
Yeah, it very much did, and it was a really good watch. Kano, I just realized was the doctor, the cocky doctor from Saint Denis. He was also the pharmacist from Big Store, or was it Big Store or Superstore? From
Oh, for
Superstore.
real?
Yeah, he was a pharmacist. Yeah, same guy. Yeah. That
Oh, you
pharmacist, that
serious?
crazy pharmacist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a the overconfident surgeon in Saint Denis as well.
Okay.
So yeah, the comedic, like, so he played the role perfectly. The comedic timing, it was really good.
Oh
Uh,
wow,
having
Yeah,
yeah.
I that he said that now. I'm like, okay, that makes sense now. Yeah. That
Yeah,
is him.
that's like when I saw the face, it's like he seems familiar. That's even without a facial
that's
hair. It's like he seems
the
familiar.
beard. What the beard would
Yeah,
do
it's
to
just a
you, man.
beard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. And once I got through, it's like I think I know who that is, and looked it up. It's like, yep, that's him. But it was, yeah, just overall, it was a good movie, easy to follow, great storytelling. The secrets to the source material. It didn't seem like they forced Johnny Cage to be like all of that, because like even when he was fighting Baraka, like he was running for his life more than just trying to be like
Yeah.
they truly fight him. He was like sticks trying to dodge him and everything else. So it seemed like an older guy, trying to stay within his means until he got it together at the end. And then yeah, with Katana, was like it was the first time actually like for Katana to be in the movie and to actually enjoy it. We got to see her, got to see like her struggles. Didn't and the fact what kind of irritated me, but I mean I get it. But I was with her mom. Was that no, the mom was it was essentially no longer her mom, and she still was let it control her. I was hoping it wouldn't have been that as much control over her when she ended up breaking down and saying like she went to the earth realm, uh, and then the man that hat, uh,
I'm about to say, now one of y'all brought up that fight. That's the best fight of the movie, bro.
I
The
was
Liu
getting
Kang
there.
Kung fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Boy, I can watch that. I can
I
watch
was
that
getting
fight.
to. I was getting to it.
Boy, Joker started slapping that
Like,
bitch. Get the head out of here, bro.
yeah,
You doing? Get
yeah,
out of here. I'm like, God dang.
yeah. That was like, I think they gave that fight just due because
Bruh.
they didn't like cut to anything else. Like
Yeah.
it was that fight, and this is like they knew that this is what everybody would want, and they gave it to us. It was a great fight. Gave him the hands, gave him the fireballs. Like it was a great fight. Uh, Whenever it was a fight scenes, like they really did justice with them. I would have to say each and every time, which I mean they should, but it was some movies and shows and stuff would have one major fight scenes, and that's where they put the money towards. But for this movie, they did a really good job and used the money for each of the fight scenes. But overall, fun movie to watch. I definitely recommend folks going to go see it. What you got, Rare?
A few things that kind of I'm with you, BA. So what's Sub-Zero's brother's name? He's the new Sub-Zero. I thought he was gonna be in the movie, but I guess that we didn't see him in the trailer, so I guess I should have known that. That now they're kind of rumored that he might be in the third one. Because like you said, there should be some type of Sub-Zero somebody from the Lin Kuei should be in the movie, which we didn't see any other Lin Kuei in this movie. So now it's going to kind of feel like it was forced in the third one. Like you didn't, we should have saw that connect. You might not necessarily see Sub-Zero's brother, but have some kind of connection to where it's like, okay, so in the third movie, you can transition him to the new Sub-Zero or whatever, right? I wanted to see Scorpion a little bit more. I know we only got like a snippet of him because you know the whole the Nether Realm and all that. Yeah, like I felt that was one of the negatives I had for the first one, right? Like you should have had him in there more. Like him and Sub-Zero were the best part of that movie. You should have found ways to put them in there a little bit more, whatever, right? I'm with y'all. Like I said, that Liu Kang fight, man, and Lin Kuei, what's his name? What's the guy's name had again? I'm blanking. Kung Lao, thank you. Kung Lao and Liu Kang fight. That fight was fire, man. No pun intended. I thought that was the best part of the movie, bro. Like I said, I was on my edge of my seat in the movie, man, watching that fight. Yeah, I'm with you too, BA, man. When Jax died, bro, my wife was screaming. She was like, "No, somebody come help him or whatever." Come get up.
I thought Danny Cage was gonna make it.
Bro, I thought something like, okay, like, no, he not gonna die.
They let him
like,
die.
No, he ain't gonna die. Yeah, I'm like, bro, somebody get up. What we doing? And all of a sudden, like he tried to stop it, and I was like, dang. Yeah, man. What's the name was a beast in this movie though, man. He took out everybody. And I knew your boy was gonna die, BA. I knew your boy was gonna die when he had to fight him in that one scene, bro. I knew that was gonna happen, bro. And Shao Kahn, I knew that was gonna happen. Because like I said, remember he had just got that amulet to where he was immortal. You know, I was like, so how's he gonna beat him? How's he gonna get out of this? And I was like, this is gonna probably be the part where everybody gonna cheer because they didn't want him in the first one. And then, like I said, had to get him up out of there, bro. Had to get him up out of there, man. So yeah, like he died, but it sounded like they're gonna bring everybody back in the third one. So they're gonna probably go down to the nether. Yeah, they're bringing everybody back. Yeah. So but they need to add. So we saw Noob Saibot in there. So they're gonna have to add like Smoke in there, probably. We're gonna probably see what's the cyborg's name? The 3 cyborgs. We'll probably get a them in the third movie. Chinook is supposed to be the bad guy in the third one. So yeah, bro, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. If you can see like you continue to keep getting the buzz, is getting it with him, man. We might get that third one, but it look like we might be leaning towards that third one. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna go see this movie again probably sometime this week though, y'all. I'm gonna go see it again. Probably go catch it probably Friday or something if I have some time or whatever. But yeah, I gotta go to work Friday, but yeah, probably sometime after work I'll probably to go catch it again. But yeah, man, that movie's fire, man. No, like I said, no pun intended. What'd you give it a scale of 1 to 10, cuz?
8.7.
Okay.
Rewatchable. I mean, it was just great action. It got rid of old dude smoothly. So yeah, it was a great one.
It did exactly. I know me and you did a show on this because I said if they come out with a part 2, what it needs to do is it had potential, right? You saw potential in the first one. You saw it in there somewhere. What they need to do is take the good from the first one and just dump out all the bad. That's what I felt like they were doing in this one. Like a lot of the stuff we talked about, we wanted to see more of. We wanted to see
every sequel ever.
Yeah. Hey, this one definitely needs to do that.
But like some sequels is just a continuation of part 1. Like this one wasn't a continuation. This was you had to clean up some. You had to find that goodness and pull it out.
Yeah, I heard y'all. I got y'all. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna clean this up. Man, that's what they did in this one, bro. So yeah. But what you give it, BA?
It's an 8.75. Yeah, I'm with it. Like I think it's room for it to be better. Is it rewatchable? Yes. I think this is. I ain't gonna call it a cult classic because some of those are bad movies, but you know, like for what it's worth, like
They
in
did
the
his job.
realm of fighting, like there's no Tekken movie, there's no Soul Calibur movie. Street Fighter is gonna be trash. So like this is kind of it in a sense when it comes to like real life fighting movies, game movies. So the rewatchability of this movie is going to be like off the chain. People going to be watching this over and over again. So once it hit to like regular TV, like the streaming, it's going to get a bump in that. Like it's going to be like a lot of people watching this. So I'm gonna give it a nod just on that alone. This is not a Oscar award winning film. Just like we said, action is the
action
the
straight fun, bro.
storyline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is just straight fun throughout the whole entire joint. It was just a good movie, man.
Hey, one more thing too, BA. So are you cool with Liu Kang not being the chosen one and all that? Are you cool with that? Because I kind of prefer for him to be the chosen one. Like
I did find myself even in the shower conference. I said like he gonna do it. Like this is it. Like this
yeah.
He gonna find a way.
I did too. Yeah, I did too.
It's just growing up, right? It's just growing up, seeing him being like that dude. Even in the '95 movie, he was that dude. So it's like we're taking away from him being that dude. So it's just like I don't know, dude. He got to be the main guy soon. Like he
got stabbed, bro. I was like, hold on, they finna kill Liu Kang? I'm like, what the heck is going on? And like you said, he flamed to turn to a phoenix or whatever, and like rose or whatever. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that because like you said, even in the video games when they started over to Mortal Kombat 1, he was the new like Raiden god and it went back in time to reset everything and all that type of stuff. He was the chosen one. So when he said like, I'm not the chosen one, it's somebody else or whatever, I was like, I don't know if I like that. But okay, I'm gonna hear you out. But I'm just like, I get it. It's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 point. I'm gonna give it 8.5 too. I'm gonna give it 8.5. Like I said, man, I'm definitely gonna rewatch it. It's one of them I can't wait till it hit max because it'll probably end up hitting max here in about a couple months. So I'm gonna definitely rewatch it for sure around that time too. So
what you real quick, what y'all think about Shang Tsung? Like he was very mischievous.
You know what? Sinister, I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't like it.
Kept under control.
I didn't like it. Feel like he should have did more.
Yeah. I feel like he should have did. I feel like he was scheming, but they beat him to the scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, like I said, overall I liked it, but like I said, there were some things I'm like, just kind of change that up, like you know what I'm saying. But we'll see, man. Yeah,
shout out to BJ staying on the screen. I appreciate you, BJ.
I'm proud of you, BJ. being a hater, bro. But yeah, y'all gonna be here talking about hey, y'all gonna be here talking about Street Fighter better in about a couple months.
No, not me.
Yeah.
Oh, we watching. I ain't watching it either.
Oh man,
consistency.
But all right, y'all, let's go ahead and turn this page, man. Let's get to the questions, the comments. We can call it a night, fellas. We ain't got that much in here today, man. Got Justice. He says, hi, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. He also said, can I get a shout out? Shout out now. What up? Welcome to the channel, man. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Oh, got the man of the hour. We got Salam in the building. Says, peace, y'all. Peace. Man, I hope you saw Mortal Kombat, man, because if you didn't, Salam, you probably gonna get spoiled.
Yeah.
But yeah. Listen, we definitely appreciate y'all geeking out with your boys for another episode, man. We'll be back here on Saturday. So go watch The Boys episode 7. We're gonna talk about that on Saturday. So yeah, I could join the conversation with that. So hit that. Okay, he said, nah, watch this weekend. Yeah, bro, go watch it, man. Just skip that last probably 10 minutes of the show, man. That's what we talking about.
Yeah, we just talked about how Cole was the main guy.
Yeah, that's it. And BA said he wished Cole was on the video game. But listen,
it would have fuck I did.
Oh, there's a theory. What's the dude name that's blind with the sword? What's that man's name?
I don't remember that.
I forgot his name. So it's a theory that people think that Cole might turn out to be him. Which I hope not. I hope not. Just make somebody else him, bro. But
Kenshi.
Yeah, Kenshi. Thank you. I hope that's not the case. I really do. Not just let. I mean, he gonna be back. He's gonna go save him or whatever. But just let Cole go home with his family and stuff, man. But
I'm about to say it's a whole different power set though. Like it's like it's too much.
I'm like, man, please don't let that happen, man. But yeah, like I said, y'all hit that subscribe button if you're new. Shout out to the subscriber we have here tonight, man. Just subscribe to the channel. Shout out to you. We definitely appreciate that. So the support. Hit that like as well too, y'all. We definitely use your help with that. And like I said, go watch The Boys. We'll talk about that here on Saturday, y'all. So join us for that conversation and other news that's dropped here and for movies and television related to the geek culture. With all that being said, man, it's your boy Rail. Got Big J in the building. Got Cuz. Got BA. Cuz We Geek'd, where we talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. We'll catch y'all here on Saturday. Stay geeked. And we up.